Our finance minister Zainab Ahmed, he don't talk about the 2022 budget wey be say dem place and the money wey be say Nigeria wan borrow. She don't break everything down. I no get issue with that one. She can't talk something say she can't list the rates at which unemployment and underemployment dey for this country. The percent wey be say the thing shock me. I tell you, the thing shock me, which means say for this country, the fact say they say that they borrow money, they shout say all the money they borrow say and to create job. The percent of those people wey be say they no get job and those people wey be say dem dey unemployed, the thing still plenty. If you add the two together, the thing is more than 50%, which means say half of this youth wey dey for this country they no get job and we dey borrow for this country. In case you never hear the percent of this thing wey be say this woman talk, wey be say the people wey be say no get job and people wey be say dem dey underemployed for this country. Watch am.
Still have high unemployment rates, and these high unemployment rates have implications for poverty incidence in the population. The NBS fourth quarter 2020 estimates put unemployment at the rate of 33% and underemployment at 22.84%.
That job is that one dey aside. She can't talk one thing say on the issue of debt wey be say Nigeria dey always dey owe, say as we dey borrow say na for the betterment of this country, say if we no borrow for this country say our life no go better for this country. You come talk am say if you no borrow for this country say hey, all this thing wey we dey do, all our economy say the thing go be shatter. Na wetin she talk and be that talk say na the borrowing na im dey help us, na im dey help our life, na im dey make everything, na im we dey use to do all the they call infrastructure to help our economy for this country. I go show you the video, you go watch how im talk am, how im talk everything. Make you watch am.
Speaking about debt, we have had to resort to borrowing to finance our fiscal gaps. However, we believe that the debt level of the federal government of Nigeria today is still within sustainable limits. Borrowings are essential for us to be able to continue to deploy necessary capital expenditure as well as invest in human development. When you look at the Fiscal Responsibility Act, Section 41.1 of the Fiscal Responsibility Act, it is clearly provided for that the country can borrow for investing in capital expenditure and human capital development as long as the borrowing does not exceed 3.3% of GDP. This year, we have exceeded the 3% by 0.39%, and this also has been allowed in the Fiscal Responsibility Act, a provision that says that Mr. President can exceed the 3% threshold where there is a national emergency. And it is our collective view that the current security situation that we have, the need to properly address the economic conditions occasioned by the COVID-19 pandemic and the crash of crude oil price qualify as national emergency. Having witnessed 2 consecutive recessions, we have had to spend our way out of recession, which contributed significantly to the growth of our public debt. It is unlikely that our recovery from each of these 2 recessions would have been fast without the sustained government expenditure funded partly by debt. To compound matters, the country has technically been at a situation where we have had several security challenges. With the pervasive security challenges across the country, there's a need for sustained funding of the security.
With the statement wey this woman made now, wey be say im come dey defend the money wey be say dem dey borrow now, I'm very sure say before this tenure go end, they go still borrow more and more. In fact, before this year end, they go still borrow more and more. All the money we say talk say they wan use am to dey do this thing. Now nobody talk say make we no borrow, but we don depend our life now for this country now to borrowing now, and all the money we say we dey borrow we no dey see the impact. Make we dey borrow to invest, na that one I know. No be say to dey borrow to dey build railway from here to Niger or from where to where. No be that kind of thing we go do. And how we wan take pay back, we no know. See, and this man dey talk, and this woman still dey defend the borrowing wey be say they dey borrow, talk say without the borrowing there is no way the federal government can finance. In case you no know, say in fact the budget, the 2022 budget sef, the amount of money wey the presidency wan use buy car. If I tell you the amount of money wey the people say the presidency dey budgeted say they wan use buy car for themselves, the one wey be say dem dey use never spoil o. They say they budget a huge amount of money to buy car. They budget a huge amount of money to buy fuel so that they could use to the own jail for Aso Rock. If Aso Rock cannot have stable lights, wetin come do with Nigerians? Wetin come do with citizens? So which means say light sef no dey reach Aso Rock. Na gen that they use for White House, for Abuja na gen. So they still budget money for fuel also for this country wey we dey. Out of the money we say now the education wey Buhari sef talk am for UK say he go make sure say for the next budget to education he collect bigger shares shoe. Education, the amount of budget the amount of money they book for education, they still no reach the one amount of money we be saying talk for UK for the sector what they call am sector we be saying do for UK, you no reach this country. No problem. Look at the borrow they go. Our economy they become scatter. Person no fit afford 3 square meal again daily. Wetin I think to wetin Zinab talk on top the depending of the money wey we say we dey borrow for this country. Wetin you see to am? Make I hear your opinion. My name na MC Top Secret. See you in my next edition. Thank you.